Okay, let's say that you are really starting to get interested in your financial situation and just really getting your money all sorted out and organized, but your partner, your significant other, your boo, is just not on board. I've got 4 things for you to consider to get your significant other on board financially so you guys can start controlling your finances together. Hey, what's up guys? It's Justine with Debt Free Millennials, the channel to help you crush your debt and live payment free together with your loved one. So if you are trying to put together your financial situation for the very first time, paying down debt, or you want to continue living debt free, scroll down and hit that red subscribe button. We're talking about getting our boo on board with the finances. And I've really boiled it down to 4 different things. First, ask questions. Second, dream together. Third, never blame them for financial mistakes made in the past. And then fourth, make it fun and to the point. All right, so the first thing is you want to ask some questions and get some curiosity going with your significant other. Now, if you aren't married yet, but you are getting into a serious relationship, this is a really good time to bring up finances. So you can ask them questions like, what are your financial goals? How do you feel about debt? What's your stance on credit cards and using credit cards? Asking these types of questions comes from a place of curiosity instead of blame. Even if you kind of have an understanding of how they are with their finances, this gets the conversation rolling and helps you share your perspective as well. Asking them those questions can also prompt you to say, I asked this because I was thinking about credit cards the other day and how I have been interacting with them, and these are my thoughts on it. So it sparks a really healthy conversation. Just make sure you guys are in the right mood, frame of mind, and environment. Asking these questions during a heated argument is really not a good idea. So make sure you guys are in a good mood, well fed, have a drink in hand, and open up the conversation. The second thing is to start dreaming together. Ask your partner, I wonder what it would be like if we didn't have any payments, any debt payments. What would we spend our money on? And that would be really fun to dream together. Finding your why as a couple is also a really great way to start coming together as one unit instead of operating your finances in separate spaces. When you come at it together, I actually heard this analogy. This is great. So draft horses, right? Those big old horses that pull plows back in the day. Now, one draft horse can pull 8,000 pounds. So if you're thinking, well, if another draft horse is tied together, then they'll pull 16,000 pounds. They'll double their weight. 2 draft horses together can pull 3 times their weight at 24,000 pounds. So just imagine if you 2 become draft horses, and it's all gonna be great. You're gonna have explosion with your financial goals in the very best way. So all that to say, if you are struggling as a couple with a mountain of debt, or you just don't seem to have the same financial mindset, asking the question of dreaming together of what could you accomplish together as a couple if you had a better grip on finances? It's so much easier because you are coming at a point of collaboration with your partner instead of accusing them. Another way that you could get your significant other on board financially and dreaming together is kind of giving them the scenario of, what if we invested just $50 a month for the next 10 years and we saw that growth of like 12% rate of return? Like, this is how much money that we could have in 10 years. And dreaming together using investment calculators as a strategy is such a good way for that other person to start thinking about things in a different light. Now, my husband Kyle is definitely into the stock market and investment strategies way more than me, but he has also showed me these investment calculators, and he loves to say this. He's like, all right, So we have $5,000 in like a Robinhood account. And then he'll say, now, oftentimes I imagine an extra 3 zeros at the end of that amount. So what if I had $5 million in that investment account? This is how much money that we could be making in one day or in 1 month. And so he loves to dream that way. And it gets me excited because I'm like, yeah, that actually could be a possibility. And it's only a possibility if we take risks to know that we are going to put more money into our investments. And so it encourages us to take a look at how much we are investing in our retirement accounts. And that's a really great way to dream together. The third way to get them on board is to never blame them for financial mistakes that happened in the past. The past is the past, and we can learn from those mistakes. We can run from them, or we can learn from them, a wise monkey once said. So what you could do is, if you have someone who is a big spender, blowing the budget all the time, just asking to write down those transactions on a sheet of paper, literally have it out on the kitchen counter, or maybe it's on a bathroom wall. Write down every single time you make purchases. You can quickly see how much that adds up. Or you guys can try a simple exercise of going through your credit card statement or your bank statement and seeing how much those transactions add up. This is especially significant if you guys don't budget together. When you start adding up your transactions on things like restaurants or going out, you're going to see how quickly that number just balloons, and then it helps the other person realize, like, whoops, I am spending a lot of money on going out. And so it helps you guys to see, like, okay, maybe we should take a look at things and start putting together a realistic plan for our money. Now, the fourth way to get them on board is to make it fun and keep it simple to the point. And what I mean by that is, I want you guys to start trying to come together and talking about your finances once a month. Now, Kyle and I do this through the form of beers and budgeting, and this would be such a great thing for you two to do, is either watch those episodes together, spark some conversation, and then form your own version of beers and budgeting. And what I mean by keeping it to the point is, if you are the more invested one in the financial situation, which there's always one that's more gung-ho than the other, which I was at first. Your responsibility is to put that budget together first before you guys start your beers and budgeting version. So you're going to put together your budget, you're going to outline the income and expenses, everything you guys have spent. You're going to present that budget to that person and ask them what they think. They need to help you make decisions with the budget so that they have a contribution to make. It's not just one person, but you're going to have to divvy up the responsibilities. Hey, I put this budget together. What do you think? Hey, I noticed we went over on groceries, or we went over on restaurants. How should we change that? And that helps you get to a better frame of mind so that you guys can start budgeting together, make it fun, get a beer, get a cocktail, whatever your jam is, order a pizza, and do that together is really going to help that person see that this is not just another chore that they have to do, but it's something that you guys are collaborating on to make a better financial future for you guys as a couple. It's going to be awesome. All right, so those are my 4 key ideas for you to take away with. Which one do you think would work best for you and your partner? By the way, all of these strategies that I mentioned were actually used by the members of the Debt Free Millennials private Facebook group. So if you want to continue that conversation, you can head over to the Facebook group. I'll link to it below so that you can check that out and kind of get some more ideas. And if you feel like you still need help getting your spending under control as a couple, and you guys just need some other ideas to get you started, my How to Control Your Spending workbook is available for sale using the link below. It has over 50 pages of content and activities. Pull one of the activities out and do it together during during one of your budget meetings, and it can make all the difference for you guys to get on the same page financially. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and I'll catch you in the next one.